Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is facing intense Senate confirmation hearings for his nomination as Secretary of Health and Human Services, one of the most powerful positions in the U.S. government. This role oversees agencies like the CDC, FDA, and Medicare, shaping national health policies and responding to crises like pandemics. Here's the clip of how it went down.
Did you say that COVID-19 was a genetically engineered bioweapon that targets black and white people, but spared Ashkenazi Jews and Chinese people?
I didn't say it was deliberately targeted. I just quoted an NIH-funded and NIH published study.
Did you say that it targets black and white people but spared Ashkenazi Jews?
I quoted a study, Your Honor. I quoted an NIH study that showed that.
I'll take that as a yes. I have to move on, I have to move on. Did you say that Lyme disease is highly likely a materially engineered bioweapon? I made sure I put in the highly likely. Did you say Lyme disease is a highly likely militarily engineered bioweapon?
I probably did say that.
Did you say that?
And that's what the developer of Lyme
I want all of
disease
our
said.
colleagues to hear it, Mr. Kennedy. I want them to hear it. You said yes. Did you say that exposure to pesticides causes children to become transgender?
No, I never said that.
Okay, I have the record that I'll give to the chairman, and he can make his judgment about what you said. Did you write in your book, and it's undeniable, that African AIDS is an entirely different disease from Western AIDS? Yes or no, Mr. Kennedy?
I'm not sure if I made that.
Okay, I'll give it to the chairman, Mr. Kennedy. And my final question, did you say on a podcast, and I quote, "I wouldn't leave abortion, to the states. My belief is we should leave it to the woman. We shouldn't have the government involved, even if it's full term." Did you say that, Mr. Kennedy?
Senator, I believe that every abortion is a tragedy.
Did you say it, Mr. Kennedy? This
believe
matters. It doesn't matter what you come here and say that isn't true, that's not reflective of what you really believe, that you haven't said over decade after decade after decade, because unlike other jobs we're confirming around this place, this is a job where it is life and death for the kids that I used to work for in the Denver public schools, and for families all over this country that are suffering from living in the richest country of the world that can't deliver basic health care and basic mental health care to them. It's too important for the games that you're playing, Mr. Kennedy. And I hope my colleagues will say to the president, I have no influence over him. I hope my colleagues will say to the president, out of 330 million Americans, we can do better than this.
His history with vaccines. RFK Jr. insists he's not anti-vaccine, just pro-safety. But critics, including his own cousin, Caroline Kennedy, say he's dangerous. He's been under fire for his past comments linking vaccines to autism and other health concerns, which many experts have debunked. Even Mike Pence, Trump's former vice president, is against him. Pence recently stated, "President Trump was right the first time. Senators vote no on RFK Jr." and shared this video of Trump's previous opinions on RFK.
RFK Jr. is a Democrat plant, a radical left liberal. A lot of people think that Jr. is a conservative. He's not. He's more liberal than anybody running on the Democrat side. Jr. is totally anti-gun, an extreme environmentalist who makes the Green New scammers look very conservative by comparison. And he's anti-military and he's anti-vet. He's an extreme liberal. He's radical left. And so don't think you're going to vote for him and feel good. He's a radical left Democrat. I'd even take Biden over Jr. because our country would last about a year or two longer than it would with Jr. It would collapse almost immediately.
This split among Republicans has made his confirmation even more uncertain. While some GOP members support him, others worry that his past views could damage trust in public health. On social media, the debate is raging. Some support him, arguing he stands up to Big Pharma, while others say he's unqualified and a public health risk. Here are some reactions to just the comments that Mike Pence shared. Others also are stating that the bias against RFK was evident from the beginning, with some suggesting that news reported had articles ready to publish before the hearing. What happens next? His confirmation process continues, but with this level of opposition, his chances are uncertain. Will he win over enough senators, or will his past catch up to him? Let us know what you think in the comments.